Alright, so far we learned a lot about screen readers in VoiceOver, learned what the modifier key is, how to work the rotor, how to activate links and buttons. We also learned how to optimize and customize our screen reader. So I thought we would put it all together since this is the end of this section of the course, and let's try to do some quick website testing. So I'm going to turn on my screen reader.
VoiceOver on, speech off.
Right, and I'm going to turn on the speech with option M, and remember this is a custom shortcut I created.
Speech unmuted.
All right, now let's pretend that this is the first time I've come to this website. How do we know if the website is accessible? Do you remember the first thing you test? That's right, you test it with the tab key. So I'm going to start tabbing the website.
Link, image, link, skip to content, link, change text, link, all translations.
But before that, real quick, please consider supporting me on Patreon. My Patreons get benefits such as my free accessibility courses, free accessibility lessons, and the more members I have on Patreon, the more motivated I am to keep creating accessible accessibility content.
Link, image, W3C, banner. Visited, link, get involved, link, about search text field, search.
Alright, seems like the website has good tabbing order, meaning that the focus order follows the visual order, and the links have good names, and the links are focusable, and the focus outline against each link is visible. If you don't know what the focus outline is, when I press the tab key twice, I'll go to accessibility fundamentals, and there's going to be a yellow box around it.
Submit cert link, accessibility fundamentals, list 6 items.
There we go. Good test so far with the tab key. Now what I want to do next is I want to start jumping the headings, and I'm going to do that the quick way with with VO key Command H. You might be thinking, Stefany, why is the screen reader saying first heading, like heading level 1, Web Accessibility Initiative Home, but it is not focused on any heading? Well, what this website has done is it has hidden its heading number 1. It has hidden it, but it's only shown it to screen readers. Now this is perfectly okay, because for some web pages, showing the heading number 1 is going to mess up the visual order, so they hide some of their headings so that it shows up for screen reader users. So that is why it is not visible, but actually it exists. Okay, so I'm going to keep browsing headings with VO Command H key.
Heading level 2, heading level 3, heading level 3, heading level 3, U.
Alright, now I'm kind of tired having to press caps lock command all the time to browse headings, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the VO key, and I'm going to do it by pressing VO key semicolon.
Control Option lock on.
There we go. Now all I have to do is, instead of having to press VO Command H, I can just press Command H and browse the website and browse, headings.
Heading level 2, heading level 3, current work, heading level 3, for review, heading level 3, for heading level 3, WCAG2 W3C group node update, heading level 3, heading level 3, heading level 3, DPUB ARIA and DPUB AAM are now web standards, W3C recommendations. Heading level 3, for review, guidance on applying WCAG 2.2 to mobile applications, WCAG 2 mobile, first draft node.
Alright, now I'm at this point where I focus this heading, and I'm very interested in this information. Right, so I'm curious how the WCAG 2.2 has guidance on applying it to mobile applications, because right now we don't have a WCAG for mobile apps. We tend to use the WCAG, some of it, to apply to mobile apps. So it seems like this is the first drive. Now I want to learn more about it, so I'm going to see if it is a link or a heading. So it seems like it is a heading. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read more. If it is a heading, that means there's more information beneath it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press VO key, right arrow. And you know what happens when you press the VO key and the right and left arrows? That's right. You manipulate the VoiceOver cursor, not necessarily the keyboard cursor, but the VoiceOver cursor. So I'm going to press VO right arrow key.
May 6, 2025.
All right, so it was published about 4 months ago. That means it's quite fresh. I'm going to press next.
Link, guidance on applying WCAG 2.2 to mobile applications.
Alright, so there's the link if I want to read more about it, but I'm really interested in reading this excerpt. So I'm just going to keep going with the VO key right arrow.
Is available as a first draft note. WCAG 2 mobile describes how web content accessibility guidelines, WCAG 2.2 principles, guidelines, and success criteria can be applied to mobile applications.
Alright, seems like there's a link.
Link. Status of this document section.
All right. Now, if I want to read further, I can just press status of this document section. All right. That seems really interesting. Now, what I want to do next is I want to see if this website has a LinkedIn presence, right? Now, what I can do is I can just keep browsing until I find a LinkedIn link. I'm really impatient finding that LinkedIn link. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my rotor. I'm going to press VO+U.
Images menu.
All right. I'm not interested in the images.
Windows spots menu. Links menu.
There we go. Here are the links. I have all of those links. It seems like there are a lot of them. All right. But I'm looking for the LinkedIn link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start typing the LinkedIn name, which is LI.
Change text site. Web accessibility. LinkedIn. 4 items.
There we go. I'm going to press enter.
Link. LinkedIn.
And I have found LinkedIn. Awesome. So this is one of the things I have accomplished. What I want to do right now is I want to find the accessibility statement. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap until I reach accessibility statement. But I can see the accessibility statement at the bottom. But if I was blind, I wouldn't be able to see it. So I'm going to open my rotor again.
Links menu. All translations. Accessibility fundamentals.
There we go.
Accessibility statement. Link. Accessibility statement.
Okay, I focused. I'm going to press enter to be redirected.
Link. News. Group. Page menu. Reader available.
Spacebar. I forgot that. All right, and this is the accessibility statement of the WAI website. All right. Now, this is the accessibility statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to the heading. I'm going to press, and remember we have locked our VO key. So what I have to do now is press Command H.
Heading level 1. Accessibility statement for WAI website.
All right, now I'm going to press. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on Quick Nav. Just a note, I activated Quick Nav mode by pressing both left and right arrow keys, which allows me to move the VoiceOver cursor with only the arrow keys instead of having to hold the VO button forever while browsing.
Complementary. Heading level 2. Summary. Web Accessibility Initiative. WAI website content posted since May 2018. Meets Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. WC. End of. Heading level 2. Measures to support accessibility. Web Accessibility Initiative. WAI. List 6 items. Bullet include accessibility as a requirement for all web content. Content must meet WCAG 2.1 AA and should meet AAA List 6 Web Heading level 2. Measures to support accessibility.
All right, it seems this page is very accessible. It has a correct heading level 2 and it has a list, and the list is semantically shown as a list. So that's really good. Now what I want to do is I want to go back to the main navigation. And to do that, I'm going to press, I'm going to open my rotor.
Links menu. Headings menu. Heading level 2. Measures to support accessibility. Headings menu.
All right, so the header doesn't really have a heading, so the headings and links is not going to help me.
Form controls menu.
The header doesn't have form controls, and I'm looking for the main navigation, so...
Landmarks menu.
Landmarks. Bingo. Landmarks is going to help me because the landmark is usually... The landmark I'm looking for is called banner, which means the HTML header, and there I can find the navigation. And actually, even better is I can just, instead of going to the banner, I can just go to main navigation.
Complementary main. Breadcrumb navigation. Main navigation.
Press enter. There we go. And I'm in the main navigation. If I press the tab key.
Ignoring next key press. Visited.
Okay.
Image.
That's funny. So the VoiceOver is not working as correctly. So I'm trying to press tab key to focus the main menu, but it's just saying this.
Ignoring next key press.
And the reason is because I locked in the VoiceOver modifier. Remember how earlier we pressed VoiceOver and semicolon? So what I need to do is unlock the VoiceOver modifier, and I'm going to do it by pressing VO key, semicolon.
Control Option lock off.
All right. Now if I keep pressing tab, I'm actually going to be focused on the links like I want to.
Visited. Link. Image. Visited. Menu. Link. Search. Submit search. Link. Accessibility fundamental.
There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to find the search box because I want to search something. And to do that, of course, I can just go back and forth to the website. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the rotor, which is a VO and U key.
Landmarks menu.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the search. So I can either go to
main search, meta and search navigation.
Meta and search navigation landmarks, or I can use it, or I can find it using form control. So let's try to find form controls.
Buttons menu, images menu, Windows spots, links menu, headings menu, form controls menu.
There we go.
Menu, search text field.
That's funny. So let's go to the search.
Search text field.
Okay, so you must be thinking, Stephanie, why is search repeated 5 times? Well, it's repeated 5 times because whoever coded the search didn't do a very good job, right? So you don't need the name of an input field to be repeated 5 times. It only needs to happen once. But it is still better than a search field having no label itself. It just says form control or text field. All right. So I'm going to press mobile apps. I'm going to search for mobile apps. I'm going to type mobile apps.
MOBILE mobile PPS.
I'm going to press
apps.
enter.
Search text field.
All right. And then I'm redirected to the website. Now, this is not very well coded because I have searched something, and usually when you search something, it is a good idea to move the focus. If you search something and it makes it reload the page, you should move the focus to the list of results, right? In this case, my search didn't show any results, but I'm redirected to the search input field. Now, I don't know if I have found any. So the search results are way down, the page reloaded, and it's actually not a good idea. It's actually not coded very well. So what I want to do now is I'm trying to find search results. So I'm just going to turn quick nav on.
All quick nav off. All quick nav on.
And I'm going to press the arrow keys.
Submit and main. List 6 items. Link end of breadcrumb list / end of main. Heading level 1. This page you can list bullet 1 of link, including bullet link, end of list. Heading level 2. Search form. Search. Misspelled. End of text misspelled. End of text misspelled. Mobile apps. At least 3 characters. Search button. Heading level 2. Search results.
There we go. See how longer it took me to find the search results? Because the website isn't coded very well, and also I used the left and right arrow keys, aka I used the VoiceOver cursor instead of using the rotor or instead of jumping through headings. All right.
248 results, 0.3 seconds.
All right, so we have 248 results, which is a lot. So let's go to the first result.
List 9 items. Bullet 1 of 9. Link, Mobile Accessibility Task Force Meeting Topics. Mobile Accessibility Task Force Meeting Topics Vertical Line Web Accessibility Initiative. Why?
All right, I'm in a new page now, and my focus goes to the left corner. Now I'm going to try to search for skip to content.
Link, skip to content. List 3 items. Main.
There we go. And yeah, that is the end of this video. I thought it was a good idea to show you how to use all the things you've learned so far in this section in real life. And in the next section, we're finally going to audit a real life website, and we're just going to apply what we have learned. All right, bye for now. Hey, thank you for watching. I have a bunch of accessibility courses at accessibilityacademy.com. Send me an email at steph@stephanynewman.com. Support me on Patreon and subscribe to the channel and like this video. Okay, bye.